What's going on, YouTube family? It's MJ the Hope Dealer here, trying to do a little update here with Forest Extreme that's concerned. So I'm still trying to work through the process. So hopefully everything goes through good with this. I was online just scrolling through different things, and I remember this guy went by the name of David E. Taylor, and I remember watching this guy, man, probably like about 3 years ago. I think that's when I first found out about this guy. And I think it was an individual by the name of Full Frontal Exposure. He did a lot of videos on him, but I think the first person I saw that exposed David was David E. Taylor Cult Watch. And when I saw this guy, I was like, who in the world is this dude? Like, where did he come from? Growing up, I've seen a lot of pastors, preachers, if you will, do some funny things, either taking a handkerchief or whatever, pray over it and throw it at somebody, and then next thing you know they fall out, or the whole Benny Hinn thing. You take your suit jacket off, you swing it around like you're trying to bat flies off of somebody, and then they go falling out and stuff like that. So I kind of seen those things, but I think David E. Taylor was the first one that I saw who just really just took it to another level. I mean, just yes, like talking about one upping Benny Hinn, like this. I didn't think nobody could one up Benny Hinn, but David E. Taylor, like this guy, wow. And just following up on where he's from, where when I first read about him and saw him and stuff, and to where he is right now. Looks like he's in jail or prison or something like that. But I need to find out more about that. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I don't know why he came to my mind all of a sudden. I just thought about it. I was like, man, I wonder what this guy is up to. And then of course he's in jail, in prison. And it's not surprising. So just looking at the claims that he made and different things like that. I mean, it was only a matter of time. And it's the fact that he had a following is mind blowing. But anyway, so I'm going to show you all some this video here. This is from Apostle David E. Taylor Cult Watch, and I want to go here and check this individual out. And what I'm saying, I gotta say, David E. Taylor, he's a funny guy. I'm gonna be honest with you, he's definitely a funny guy. But at the same time too, kind of feel bad for the people that were listening under like following this guy. You know, Obviously you're not really reading your Bible if you think that David E. Taylor is some man of God or man of God, if you will, as they like to say. But anyway, I'm going to get to this video here and see what David E. Taylor has going on. Check him out, and I think one of these clips here was definitely hilarious. I really found this guy to be very, very interesting here.
You're here. Right now.
I rule the kingdom. You submit and serve me.
You don't see me out trying to have big miracle crusades. I'm working with God. I'm cooperating with what he's doing upon the earth.
Now, I know you may not like and approve of the way I'm talking. I don't give a freak about that. You know that? You have never seen me flinch in the eye of the enemy. Never seen me flinch in the eye of persecution.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I saw that deposition video that went down, and he definitely, well, he might have been flinching, but his voice was definitely a few octaves up. Spoke very soft and very gentle and different things like that. So, he sounds pumped up now, but it's that deposition video though. He was definitely somebody different for sure.
Will and they can call me whatever, because they'll take clips like what I'm on here and they'll show the part when I'm being boisterous or whatever. But you know what? Screw that. That's right, I said it. Screw that. Screw you. Screw all that junk. You see, you got to be bold like that. You got to get to a point where you just don't care.
I'm going to say what needs to be said for a generation to be saved. I'm in the face of God. You think I care about man like that? Nobody gets in my way. Not my mom, not my father, not my culture, nobody. I'm in love with him alone. I'm not in love with ministry, my name, no reputation like you are. I made up my mind. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to scream to the top of my voice, my freaking voice, to get your freaking attention. Because America is in trouble. Darn idiots. John 19. That ain't the right kind of pastor calling people idiots. You shut up, idiot.
If you deny this, you are an idiot. You are a big idiot.
You know, so I remember that too. Watching some of his videos, he would have all these different clips where apparently it was God manifesting himself, and in that one, of course, it's supposed to be in the hand of God. So, you know, it was that one, and then he had a lot of videos where they were captured the eye of God too, as well at different places that he's at. So I guess that was David E. Taylor was saying that because of those manifestations, that was like an indicator or some proof that God was walking with him, you know. And I'm like, David, where in the world in the Bible do we see anything that describes what the arm of God looks like, or anything that describes what the eye of God look like, you know? And all of that, clouds make these sort of images anyway, you know. I mean, yes, they're fascinating, but at the same time, you can't just look at it and just be like, oh, that's the arm of God. You don't know what it looks like. We don't even know how long it is. We don't even know what his eyes look like. You know, none of that stuff. But for some reason, though, David would prop this stuff up, and he would just, you know, puff himself up with these snapshots and these different videos and stuff like that, with God showing himself in the clouds. And then, you know, you have the people that's behind him that would sit there and just stroke this guy's ego. And no wonder he turned out the way that he did. You know, actually why he's in prison right now, because of all that. Nobody really checked him, you know, unfortunately. But anyway, so I remember this clip here. This was ridiculous.
I'm talking to you boldly if you do not repent. And I'm talking to every pastor out there. And if you're a traitor against me or whatever, make sure you forward this to them. Or if you're a friend, do it both. But I want you to send it to every pastor. I want to send this to every pastor. If you turn away people from seeing Jesus face to face by speaking evil of me or making it like that, trying to make it look like it's about me, because you know it's really not about me. I never made my ministry about me. It's never about me. It's about Jesus. You're going to give an account for turning people away for the very reason why they come to your church. They're coming for Jesus and not for you, idiot. And when you do foolishness like that, God is going to get your butt. You're going to get gotten. You got me? No, I'm not a regular pastor, so don't even try to judge me. Well, look at the way he's talking. He's not even talking right. Screw you.
I am very serious about souls, and I don't give a freak what any pastor say. Oh, look at how mad he is. You know what? Forget you. You want to see more? That's what's wrong with your sorry tale. That's why you can't win the world, because you ain't passionate enough. I will turn over tape.
Yeah, so I actually remember a few years ago, and I was watching this live, and I'll be honest with you, man, that guy had me tripping out, boy. I got a good laugh in, I will say that. And he would get very upset when he's doing his collect a lot of money-a-thon, you know, and when that sound system wasn't right, man, that guy is going off, boy. I'm telling you, he had one guy that I guess he works the sound, Daniel or David or something like that, man. I kind of feel bad for that guy because he was always going off on that dude. And when that sound system would mess up, boy, he would just lose it in public. I'm like, whoa. And, you know, and so me seeing as a person who doesn't even go in that church, because I mean, I see the guy, he's a false teacher, a preacher, you know, and to have all those other folks that you can see there on that Zoom call and not be like, wait a minute, something's not right about this. I go to show you that the discernment levels in that place, or the people that follow him, was non-existent. You know, so I think like Justin Peters would say, they would have about as much discernment as a wing nut. I think that's how you put it. But yeah, so and then you would just have these singers up here and these other individuals just there, just watching this guy go off. But he would just lose it, man. He was almost become very demonic up there. I mean, if you look at the guy's eyes, I'm like, wow, dude, either you haven't been getting enough sleep or you got Satan himself just really just manifested himself in you. But anyway, so watch, he's about to get ready to go off here a little bit now.
And I will get upset when the Father's business is not handled. You evil because you are not that way. I'm not evil because I'm this way. You are evil because you are not this way. You are not passionate. You have no conviction. No, this is not based on somebody else's writing, young lady. This is based on the Bible and the kingdom. Now get your butt off my line if you don't want to listen to the words of the Lord Jesus through the Bible. Don't come on my page with no foolishness. And I want my staff, you delete them now. Of course,
Now he got upset about that. I don't know who that young lady was, but that go to show you. See, this is what happens. You got somebody that's trying to correct him, you know, and I mean, again, I don't know what the female said. I would assume it wasn't nothing that was out of bounds, but you see how the guy goes off. Like anytime you are not singing his praises, anytime you're trying to, you know, saying show him like, hey, no, that's not right or whatever the case may be, the guy immediately gets upset because he has this God complex, if you will, that he cannot do any wrong. Like he, according to him, he's like God's right hand. Like this, the guy. I mean, after listening to some of his videos, this dude done lifted himself up on the same level as Jesus. So they go to show this dude, you know what I'm saying? Probably no doubt thinks he can walk on water. But anytime anyone tries to, you know what I'm saying, tell him what's correct or what's right or whatever the case may be, the guy just goes off the rails. That's the case with David E. Taylor. The guy was very fragile ego, very fragile ego.
Even cursing. I know a lot of leaders, they curse and stuff too. I don't believe in having a filthy mouth, but I'm very bold. And I will not play their religious games. And this is why God is backing me up all over the world in over 200 countries. I don't need a platform. I don't need to lick tail and tap dance. And this is why I go through insurmountable attacks from idiots on social media and on the Google website, putting all kind of crap out about me. You think I give a freak about what they say? I bet you they can't change a nation. I bet you they can't do anything I'm doing. They can talk all that trash, but they're weak because they are letting the devil use them. That's right, I said it.
And we see a lot of punk Christians. Anytime somebody says something about them, they draw back. You don't ever see me backing up. I'm going to put a hole in the head of Goliath. I will not back down.
You're going to fail. You're going to lose. You can't fight God and win. I don't care what you say about David Taylor.
You know, I remember he did that one too. This guy. So I guess on this one, he was trying to convince people that he's like Enoch, you know, and he was like some of everybody in the Bible. Enoch, David, Moses. Yeah, he said it a lot. He will always say that he's the Moses of this generation. So I don't know what that even means. Whether he was going to take, I don't know, the modern day saints through the wilderness of somehow to the promised land. I don't know what he was talking about. But he called himself the Moses of this generation, whatever that means. And then, of course, he called him. He apparently is supposed to be Enoch, you know. And I remember listening to that too as well. And I'm like, boy, this guy, he is some of everybody, all the greats, just wrapped up in one. You know, he's the guy. And I think he was saying something about too. But every 2,000 years, God would send some sort of major prophet or whatever, something like that. And then I guess he was the one that was leading the new move of God. So just a very strange individual, you know, and he's definitely should be a case study, you know, like how does someone get to that level of delusion to, you know, think that they are on the level of Enoch, Moses, and mind you, Moses was, you know, saying when he was alive was considered the most humble man, the humblest man that was on planet Earth. And I can tell you right now that listening to some of David's rants and different things like that, not even close. So he was far from anything like Moses. So I don't know why he considered himself like Moses, but because he couldn't do any of the miracles that, you know, say Moses did, of course, through the operation of God. But, you know, he claimed that he's the face-to-face prophet like Moses. again, I don't know if the guy was going through a mental health issue or maybe just did too many lines or smoked something that he wasn't supposed to be smoking. I don't know. All right, David, what else you got for us?
No matter what you say about me, if God is with me, you are screwed. It doesn't even make sense, man. I'm telling you, the church is messed up. They're psycho. Of course, I don't believe in cursing. I know a lot of leaders, they curse and stuff too. I don't believe in having a filthy mouth, but I'm very bold. I'm no more pastors like that. I'm telling you, that are a bunch of pussies. That's right.
Yeah, he would definitely use that kind of language online a lot. And that right there should have been an indicator to the people that went to that church. Somebody should have been checking them. Some of the men should have been checked. Somebody should have been checking them and letting them know, like, look, man, I don't know what this is, but, if you're claiming to be this man of God, there's a certain way you got to carry yourself, in your actions, how you talk, how you deal with people, so on and so forth. But apparently he missed that memo, or he just chose to ignore it, or both.
A bunch of pussies and training bra, titty wearing pastors. Somehow I just love making people mad sometimes.
Yeah, that's that's David E. Taylor for you, man. That guy, again, the guy just crossed my mind for whatever reason, and I saw him a lot. The past few years I would watch some of his stuff just to really just in awe, because I just couldn't believe that the guy had a following. I found it hard to believe that people are even sending this guy money, and I may have to do another video on that one. But so I need to see exactly what's going on with his case, and what's going on with everything that's going on with the with him being in jail and different things like that, or if he's been sentenced or whatever. I have no idea. But like I said, I remember watching that guy a few years ago and wondering, like, how in the world does somebody like that get a following? Like, how in the world does someone like that even have people send money to them? It was just mind blowing, but anyway, so that's David E. Taylor there. I just kind of wanted to, just show you all the video about this guy. It seems like a lot of people is reporting on him, and I figured I'd do a little video as well. But yeah, just was wondering what this dude was said, and I kind of forgot about him really. And then now he just recently, resurfaced in my mind. I went to check him out and see what was going on, and I was like, wow, all this has happened to this guy. And I'm not surprised, because even years ago when I watched him, I knew that something bad was going to happen in the end. It was just a matter of time. And sure enough, it did. So the guy, FBI raided his place, I saw, and then he had some one woman I know for sure, Michelle Brannon, who was, I guess she was like his right hand. And come to find out some of the stuff that she had going on, and some of the stuff that she was doing, to the other people, for as abuse is concerned, and then things that she was doing with him. It was just a very sick situation that was going on there. And so I may have to do another video on that, just to to bring everyone up to date, at least maybe just bring myself up to date as to what's going on with this guy. But anyway, this was another video that I did that was kind of different from the videos that I would usually put out. And like I said, I want to kind of get more into as well, checking out some of these prolific pastors that are just straight up getting it wrong, be it through ignorance or downright deceit. And so anyway, even with all that though, I still want to push out the message of hope as well. The Bible talks about how you're going to have these people just like David E. Taylor that's out here, claiming to be something that they're not. And, it's up to us, to call these people out, hold these people accountable according to biblical standards, right? So that's what, we should be about. That's what MJ the Hope Dealer is all about. And I kind of want to definitely start putting more of that content out there as well. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off for tonight, because I got a long day tomorrow. But until next time, this is MJ the Hope Dealer, And hope you all have a good night or a good day wherever you are, wherever you watch it from. And until next time, y'all take it easy. Peace.